Hello, everybody. Ryan here, and we are here for the Misfitz Racing League um, National Series race from the Charlotte Rovals here tonight. So, Charlotte Motor Speedway on the Roval. I just got my invite. I believe that should mean that they are loading in. Let me just double check, make sure. Glad I double checked because they are not loading in yet. So, we will be getting this one started up here, though, pretty soon. And we'll be trying to And we'll hopefully see a pretty good race here at the Charlotte Roval especially for Roval standards. Okay, so thank you guys, by the way, for everybody that's tuning in. We are waiting to join on in. We should be, hopefully, okay, yeah, some of them are in already. So I'm going to assume that they are loading in. Okay, let's pull up Keystone Stream so I can actually have a scoring monitor to go by. Yep, so they are loading in right now. But yeah, we thank you guys, though, for everybody that's already tuned in. And of course, feel free to stay with us, as tonight is actually going to be a double header. So about 10 to 15 minutes after this stream ends, there will be another one up, and we will be doing the trucks at Bristol as well tonight. So double header tonight. So yeah, hopefully you guys are excited for two fairly quick races, because only 28 laps here at the Roval, and then we've got, I think, 100 laps in the trucks at Bristol. So that'll be pretty quick. So here we go. Green flag is out, and here we go. JP Big Dogs leads them into turn one. JP Big Dogs fending off. Who's that in the 7? That's Mr. Ocean. Okay, so Ocean there in the 20, or not in the 20. He was in the 20, now in the 7. Oh. J-Prev there in the number 9. We've got Lions in the 29. D-Prev in the 39. Anchor in the 08. We've got Team Custer in the 77. We've got Average Joe in the number 3. We've got Blitzkrieg in the number 70. We've got the 52 of Firefighter, the 13 of Keystone Guy, the number 20 of Hulk Holden. And then we are back to the lead here. Battle of the lead coming down the front straight, or coming down the only straightaway. Not really the front straightaway, it's more the back straightaway, but through that chicane, and we have a clean first chicane, at least for these first two guys. Still one right on the tail of the other here. Okay, yeah, right now though, JP Big Dog's leading them through, and I believe he's actually gotten a little bit of practice in here, because I believe the Heat Pro, like the Pro League qualifier, was here either a week, or I think it might actually be there now, actually, now that I think about it. I'm not super in tune with with exactly the Pro League stuff going on, but right now we got a pass for the lead. I think that was J-Prev going on by. Yes, that was J-Prev now to the race lead here in the number 9. Pass for the lead. Okay, yep. Okay, just wanted to make sure that my audio was actually working. So yeah, pretty good racing though so far. We got J-Prev, who's managed to get the lead here early on. His teammate, and I believe his brother as well, there in D-Prev, just entering this backstretch chicane. No one looks like some of these cars actually look fairly okay at this point, which is kind of a surprise. Looks like some people were expecting it and others not. as Keystone absolutely blows the chicane and is now going to have to sit there and wait. And now he gets going again here off the penalty, but man, that's a bummer anytime that happens. Anytime you see that happen, you just know that's a ton of time lost for someone, and it's not a good situation for them, but here we go. So 7-lap first stage, definitely makeable on the first tank of fuel here, especially considering we're using some very big Sunoco race tanks, so hopefully going to be able to make it to the end of the might even be able to make it to the end of the second stage on the first tank of fuel, but I think we're going to see everybody go for full fuel and 4 tires at the end of each stage, so. But yeah, in 7 laps, so we will see an automatic caution be called. I don't know if we'll see one prior to that, because I don't know exactly what they've decided on the ruling around automatic cautions and not. I'm just seeing so much stuttering through that. Well, I was on testing a one of these Xfinity cars, or one of these National Series cars here at the Roval earlier, and I noticed that you just through these 2 chicanes, the front stretch and the back stretch chicane, you just have so much of a stutter step through that you just don't. You just do not really, there's no way to really flow it through there. Because, I mean, you just have to break down so low and get your car down into such a low gear before you can get back going. And then you got to be so careful on the throttle to not spin it out. But we got battle for the lead here between the 1 and the 9. These two battled it out at Canadian Tire a few weeks ago. Another road course, and these two have once again risen to the top. Definitely some high driver skill here at the Charlotte Roval, I'm sure. Yeah, of course, this is only the first of 2 races, so you don't, on lap like 5 of the actual race, or the first race, you don't want to be upsetting someone that might be able to pay you back later on here as they come through the front stretch chicane. No issues for these two. Okay, so they are really respecting this track. I was not respecting this track when I was running it earlier. I was trying to absolutely lay a fast lap down, and that was absolutely the wrong choice to try and do, because I tried laying down an absolute heat lap, and the chicanes just were not cooperating with that style, which makes sense because the chicanes don't particularly like to cooperate with that, as we got about 4 laps to go in the stage here. Yeah, right now though, this battle for the lead, it's close, and sure, it might not be side by side, but to be honest, with this type of racing, this is as close to probably side-by-side as we're probably going to get for an extended period of time, at least. Looks like D-Prev's kind of worked his way up through the pack, and now he's up there, as we can see some of the other guys exiting or kind of going through the infield. Right now, let's see. Is the one going to be able to attack into this next braking zone? Because the braking zones are your spot to attack. And of course, if they can get that extra bonus point, I believe JPrev needs the regular season points. JP needs the bonus points right now, because JP is essentially locked in as long as he shows up to every race for the rest of the regular season. I don't even know if he has to do that much. I think as long as he shows up to a couple races here or there, and isn't too negligent about not showing up, I think he makes it in. So I think for JP, he's got to be thinking, JPrev, just let me out the way so I don't have to move you out the way and you potentially lose more points. Now, if I'm JPrev, I'm holding on to this spot for that extra bonus point for winning the stage, just the bonus point of it being an extra regular season point versus JP, who's trying to take it for just the one bonus point that would carry with him through the knockout rounds of the playoff format. But yeah, right now though, this front two, and we got a battle. We actually have a three-way fight, it looks like, for positions here. That looks like that's the 29 and the 7 battling it out with the 39 as well involved in this fight for position. I don't know exactly which position it is for, but yeah, right now though, you've got three guys pretty aggressively fighting here for positions. Oh, but Lions just hit those turtles, and the lion gets bit by the turtles, I guess. But don't know if that's the way a fight would actually go. But right now, though, D-Prev holds them off for what I believe this might be third place. But yeah, I think this might actually be the third place battle here. Yes, that is the third place battle. So, so D-Prev just lost third place to Ocean, but of course Ocean is, this is the first time Ocean's run in quite a few weeks. Oh no, Ocean hits the wall, and that might be what brings out a yellow flag. I don't know if they have the automatic yellows or not on. And just kind of keeping an eye on the scoring monitor. It looks like they are going to stay green, which is a really bad thing for Ocean. Oh, and we see Lions goes around. So it wasn't too bad for Ocean. He was still able to get up there. But yeah, oh, and there we go. Stage. So the yellow flag did come out, and the stage was called. Ocean 5th in the stage. So J-Prev wins stage 1 from JP Big Dogs, D-Prev, Lions, and then Ocean picks up the final point. So I guess we'll see what everybody's going to do on fuel. Well, fuel, tires, whatnot, trying to get to the front, to the back. Well, I don't think anyone's trying to go to the back, but there's definitely if someone goes to the front, someone's going to have to go to the back, because you can't go to the front without someone else going backwards. So, but right now, it doesn't look like there was many shuffle-ups in position. Ocean was the main person who lost spots here as they go back to the green flag here at the Charlotte Roval. And JP Big Dogs and JP Big Dogs smacks that wall and kind of stacks up the 13 as well, which is always unfortunate. But Ocean trying to work his way back through, and now he has his teammate there in D-Prev right on his back bumper, or was right on his back bumper. Now I think it might be a three-way battle between the J, D-Prev, and Lions, I think, is the other one involved. It's either Lions or Joe. Okay, Lions is definitely that car there that's trying to make this pass for position. Now, the interesting thing, when I was watching the Rolex 24 the other day, or a couple weeks ago, like the week before the Super Bowl, I saw that at least on that road course, on that Roval version in those cars, the slow cars would take the inside lane and leaving the outside lane out there for the faster cars. That doesn't appear to be the case on the Charlotte Roval in these NASCAR National Series cars here. I guess we'll have to see, but yeah, it definitely looks like. No, I guess we'll see, but yeah, with like the transition to the banking at least was when they would take when the fast cars would go to the outside and the other cars would go to the inside. So here we go. Coming out of this one, and we got Deprev, but he's got a very fast-looking #1 car there, right on his back bumper and looking for the pass. Passing for second. It looks like it's going to be JP versus Deprev, and it looks like JP decides to discretion, better part of valor here, going into the chicane. Decided to back out rather than stick his nose in and cause Deprev some issues early on. Now, if that were the last lap, I would highly suspect that that would go the other way. But who am I to judge and say that, oh yeah, that's how that would have gone if that were the final lap. Hopefully we get to see that kind of move on the final lap, and we'll get to figure out how it works. But yeah, right now though, the 39 playing heavy defense here against the 1. Now, I don't know if the 39 is necessarily doing it for himself. Now, I know he definitely needs the points as well, but I'm wondering how much he's doing it for himself and how much he's doing it to try and help J-Prev up there. Of course, the 1 able to get by now, but I wouldn't be putting it past the 39 to try and pass the 1 if he can get to him back here in the faster sections of the course. It's like right here is essentially the straightaway already, because you're just flat out. Like, it's a massive corner, and it's technically oval turn 2, but with how these cars and how this track is laid out, that's pretty much where the straightaway starts, is once you get out on that banking. Because you're just flat out all the rest of the way. Let's see. We're going into turn 1. There's the heartburn turn. Let's see. We got JP going up the inside. Who did you just go up the inside on? Was that? Oh, that was Deprev again. So Deprev got by him, I guess, coming off the chicane or something, but yeah, Deprev able to pull that one back off, and now we've got JP trying to hunt down J-Prev here. But yeah, that's a much bigger gap now, though. Now that JP's gotten by Deprev, and I don't know, maybe Deprev has some kind of special idea ready for this for the chicane, but it looks like right now you're gonna need a mistake from the 1 to try and catch him. Though the 1, of course, might make a mistake because he is trying to chase down that #9, who is way out in front by a ton. So I guess it depends on how desperate you decide that you need to race, and how aggressive that race strategy ends up being for you. Because right now you've got 2 laps to go at the Charlotte Roval before you have a guaranteed yellow flag. I would say right now is pretty much the time to lay. If you've got something left in your tank, I'd say right now is your chance to lay it down, because we've got 2 laps left in the stage. And hey, if you wreck, and you get a caution in 2 laps time, if not sooner. And if you don't wreck, you find a new fast way around here, set potentially your best time ever, and all that stuff. But yeah, of course, right now, J-Prev still holds that lead a little bit over JP Big Dogs, who's trying to run him down, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it in time as they come through this chicane, and they take the checkered, or I believe they take the white flag. I believe that was a white flag in the stage, my bad. Yeah, that was the white flag. So right now, J-Prev, he's got about 17 to 18 corners left to potentially have something happen here. And we also had news a few days ago that the Charlotte Roval will actually be switching back to its slower, longer layout involving the extra turns. So, not exactly sure how I feel about that, considering I feel like the first layout for the Roval was just so perfect for at least the NASCAR stock cars. Now, IndyCar or sports cars might not run well on that configuration. In particular, an IndyCar going through the old Charlotte chicane might be just a tad bit dangerous because, well, you've got a very slight chicane, as you've got a very fast race car going through there, basically shooting like a dart and just hoping that you don't hit something on your way through. But J-Prev will claim that first stage, or that first, and he will claim his second stage win of the night, as I believe he's actually looking for 4 in a row here in the National Series. Because he won Pocono, he's won New Hampshire, and then he won as well last week in the National Series, so he's looking for his 4th win in a row, and he's making a strong bid for it as he wins Stage 1 and Stage 2. But who do you guys think is going to be able to get it done in Stage 3? J-Prev versus JP Big Dogs, or someone else left in the field that I've probably named, but I haven't specifically talked about them too much. As we are going to have about 14 laps to go, there will probably not be any green flag pit stops required, as it is a road course, and stages at road courses, especially when you have the length this short, will probably end up being to the point of no green flag pit stops required. But I guess we'll see when we go to the pit stop, and we will see what they have left for us. So 3, 2, 1. They fade, we fade. And now J-Prev, D-Prev on the front row here. And it looks like everybody gets off without a hitch there on that restart. And let's see. J-Prev gets through there through turn 1 flawlessly. Looks like D-Prev might have a few more issues, as he's still trying to kind of get his composure there. I mean, he's running 3rd, but he's got guys right on his rear end, though. 3 wide behind him for 3rd. Or trying to take 3rd away from him, so here we go. Man, those cars are really trying to spread out. The cars that were so many wide there, they're really trying to spread out to try and get around him. Though that the more he's able to hold them back, the more J-Prev is able to pull away. The more D-Prev holds these guys back. Let's see. So the 7 is the only one currently ahead of ahead of D-Prev. So let's see. I think we had some contact. Oh yes, we did. And the yellow flag is actually out here in the Charlotte chicane. Look like Keystone guy might have gotten a piece of the action there. I didn't actually see what caused the wreck there, but the wreck did indeed happen, and we will be having another restart here. Here's where I would say we have to start getting a little nervous about these cars and their braking power, because while everybody in theory is good on fuel, if they have even slightly worn tires and they try and brake aggressively into turn 1, that could be some of the hardest situations for them. Here we go, riding on the hood here of the number 1 car. Let's see, going through that Gets through the heartburn turn all right. Everybody seems to have gotten through there. I'm kind of surprised they've all made it through there. I guess everybody's just kind of respecting the racetrack right now, as J-Prev is going to be trying to keep that one car on the turtles as much as humanly possible. But yeah, so who do you guys think is going to win, though, here? Though the 9's looks pretty strong. He's won both stages already. The 7's pretty good. Can't count the 7 out. The 29's usually one I just, general rule of thumb, I never count the 29 out because he usually, the second you count him out, he goes up and wins. So I try not to count him out too often because parity in racing and whatnot. Yeah, right now, though, that number 7 definitely trying to get by there. Actually, did he get by the 9? I think that's the 9 in behind him. Yes, it is. So the 7 did get by the 9 at some point and was able to lead the lap as we've got one car around on the front stretch. So one car around on that front straightaway. Let's see who that was. It looks like that might have been Anchor, unfortunately. So Anchor goes for a little bit of a spin, doesn't get the caution this time, so kind of unfortunate circumstances there. Yeah, right now though, if I'm that 9 here at J-Prep, I am definitely just trying to outrun this 7. I wouldn't be too worried about trying to make sure I've got enough fuel to lap the field or to make it past the scheduled final distance, because I believe if you go past the final distance and the caution were to come out, it would literally have it be to the point where you might get the win and it might be recorded, but oh, and it looks like another car off track there, the blue car there. I don't know whose that was. Might have been firefighter. Oh no, that was Hulk Holden there in his Toyota Supra that had that balance issue. So let's see. So right now we got JP Big Dogs trying to hunt down some of these guys for the top 2 spots. We got guys kind of just mired back in the pack that have kind of been running their most, if not all, of the race long. There we go. The 1 makes the pass up to 2nd position. And now the 1 will be looking for my spot. Up there, up there being the number 1 car on the track. So, let's say, hopefully you can manage to at least start or finish where you start. Here's the 1 trying to, oh! Uh-oh. So, we just saw, looks like JP Big Dogs kind of had to pull a stop and go there, which is going to relegate him back to the 6th position right now. And that's going to relegate these 2 to battling for 2nd here between D-Prev and Mr. Ocean, as we've got 4 laps remaining in this one. 4 more times around this long, essentially street circuit of a NASCAR race. Now, I know it's not technically a street circuit. I'd love to see one, but we don't have one yet. This is the closest thing we could get to a street circuit, so. But just how good this race has been the last 2 years makes me excited for the possibility of a street course. Especially as this is one of the sites that, or this is one of those types of tracks that really shows what a NASCAR street course could present for a challenge. Yeah, right now though, looks like they're gonna come through and get 3 to go here with the 9s, or with the 39s still having that edge. And the 9 absolutely leading. Here we go, the 7 gets right up to the back bumper. That 39, he gets to the inside, but what was the inside is about to become the outside, because that's how road courses work. You go through a set of lefts and rights. On one corner you'll be on the inside, the other corner you'll be on the outside, and then all of a sudden you'll end up in the middle, 3 wide. But hey, thank you guys, by the way, for everybody that's tuned in here. Of course, reminder once again, about 10 to 15 minutes after this race concludes, we will have a second race at the Bristol Motor Speedway in the Truck Series for the same group. So you'll see a lot of these same faces showing up for Bristol here in about 10 to 15 minutes after this race ends. Or I think they might qualify before then, so it might be closer to 20, 30 minutes for the actual stream. But if you guys just stay right here, I'm going to stop the stream so that we'll break it up into 2 replays, so that if people just want to go back and rewatch one or the other, they can. Oh, as the 9 gets absolutely wrecked for the top spot there. I don't think they're going to take too kindly to Ocean doing that, especially in his first race back. But I guess we'll see what happens, because now Mr. Ocean has a pretty sizable gap between him and first place and between him and second place. Or between him and third place, I mean. So really that 7 has nothing to worry about. But right now this 9 is the concern. Well, would be the concern for that 7. The 7 though, I think the only thing he can really do is just hope that the 9 overcooks it coming into this back straightaway. And I always love doing this. Right on the hood cam. It's not as dramatic as when we used to go flying through there on the old configuration. Also, in NASCAR Heat 5, we'll mark the 4th different game with the 4th different layout for the Charlotte Roval. Because NASCAR Heat 2 had the long course with the narrow chicane. Then on Heat 3, we got the short course with the narrow chicane. Then we got this course, which is the short course with the wide chicane. And then we get, in the next game, we get the long course with the wide chicane. I mean, they've got to be running out of updates. Yeah, I agree that was not a clean move, in my opinion, but I guess that'll be up for determination post-race to see what the thoughts on that move are from race control and whatnot. But I agree, that was an absolutely disrespectful move, it felt like, to the 39, who had, I felt, raced fairly clean and fair throughout the race. But here we go. Oh, another car around in the middle of this. Oh, that was the 39 was around in the middle of the course, in the middle of the infield course here. As Keystone spins it out yet again. And let's see, coming through the Charlotte Roval, the final chicane here, and let's see, is that going to be the finish of the race, or we got one more lap? It appears like that was the end. So J-Prev will win the Charlotte Roval from what looks like it will probably be the 7 car. Yes, the 7 car has gotten it. 3rd place, I think, was JP Big Dogs there. 4th place, I guess we'll wait and see, because I don't actually have that up on my results. And I didn't see who got it. I think it's Lions, though, that got that one. Okay, so final results. So Team Custer actually in the 77 got 4th there. So it was J-Prev sweeping the stages and the race. Mr. Ocean second, third JP, fourth Custer, fifth Lions, sixth Average Joe, seventh Deprev, eighth Keystone Guy, ninth Blitzkrieg, 10th Firefighter. Then I believe it was Anchor, and then the final spot went to the number 20 of Hulk Holden. So thank you guys all for watching this broadcast here of the Charlotte Roval. Reminder, if you guys are watching this live, stay on the channel. About 15-20 minutes out, we will be starting the truck race from the Bristol Motor Speedway here. So if you guys are watching it live, and if not, if you guys are watching it after the fact, the video will be linked down below in the description. I'll make sure I get that down there. So thank you guys all for watching, though, this broadcast here from the Charlotte Roval. Congratulations to J-Prev on a great win there and a complete sweep. So he has the potential to go for the complete sweep of the stages and the races tonight. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Thank you guys all for watching, and we will see you guys in just about 30 minutes.